Hello. I believe that I am live on Twitch, the platform that people watch people play video games on. I believe that is the case. And if I'm correct, not only is that the case, but I also believe that I'm streaming on YouTube. That's right, people. But a crazy concept, but it appears to be the case. Let me prove it out very quick. Oh my god, it's happening. How does it sound? I have to find out how it sounds. Give me a second. Give me just a moment here. Look at that. What a beautiful thing. Gang, we're live on YouTube. We are ding dang live on YouTube. Can you believe it? But we're also live on Twitch. Isn't it a miracle? The future is now thanks to science. Hiroki, good freaking frackin' morning to you. How are you doing this fine day? It's been a while. Missed chatting with you in the mornings. That was always very nice. Oh my god, the big subscription from Pyroki.
2 more months before
Thank
I need
you.
to renew this.
Thank you for the renewal. And thank you for renewing even though I didn't stream like it all for the past month. I do appreciate it. We're back. We're back in action. We're gonna donk. We're gonna play Pokemon. We're gonna finish Dairyberry 16's Shadow of War thing. We're gonna do so much stuff. It's gonna be great. Oh, you prepaid for 6 months. Well, I appreciate your dedication so much. I am saving the first crowd control stream for your redemption as a little bit of penance for not being as prompt with it as I would have liked. Question of the day: how was your holiday? How were your holidays? My holiday is Christmas, particularly, but everybody celebrates different stuff. So how were your holidays? I wanna know how you're doing. Next thing is very important because here at spookyhost.com we always celebrate something. There's so much in this world to celebrate, so we gotta figure out, guys, how do I access a bookmark? No. What is the day of the day? Where? This is the window. Here we go, got the day of the day. Let me know what you guys think the day of the day is. National Dress Up Your Pet Day. That looks pretty promising, don't you think, gang? We've got Cesarean Section Day. Okay. We've got National Hot Pastrami Sandwich Day. Feast of the Ass Day. One of the Bible's unsung here. Feast of the Ass Day. I think we gotta click on that one. I think we might have a winner, gang. A Feast of the Ass Day. A medieval Christian feast and commemorates the Israelites' flight into Egypt. Predominantly observed in France as a variant of the Feast of Fools. Donkey-related narrative. Well, look at that. Happy Feast of the Ass Day, everybody. Hope you have a wonderful one of those days. I need a caffeine pill really quick. Hiroki says, fiance gave you the Book of Bill. So if Weird Mageddon starts up at some point, that's why. Book of Bell. Oh, okay, wait, no, I kind of understand this reference. This is a Gravity Falls reference. Am I right? Is that a Gravity Falls reference? Bill's like the bad guy, right? Correct, Gravity Falls, very nice. I watched a game theory about this. Matt Pat keeping me cultured. What a blessing. And yeah, I wonder. Okay, cool. So if it's dress up your pet day, then clearly Pyroki's got to dress the cat up. It doubles as his daily dose of harassment. Incredible. I will not tell the authorities one bit that you're doing such a thing to your cat. All right, we're donking. We're rising and we're donking. Today is gonna be just a regular old regular season 3 seed. We're taking it easy, easing ourselves back in. I've adjusted a little bit. There's oh, I have climbing, thank God. There's only 2K rule phases and one 2K rule phases and one helm phase. That's it. That's the word I was looking for. So we're gonna play Donkey Kong 64 because that's what we do, and it's kind of what we haven't done for a while. So hope you guys are ready. Thank you for joining me this morning. 3, 2, 1, donk. Haruki, how's the old leg doing? I haven't checked in a while. Gotta make sure you're doing okay. Alright, what do we have for our level 1? We've got caves. Disgusting. What moves do we have? I didn't even discuss what moves we have. That's level 1. I'm gonna be a little rusty today, for sure. Okay, we've got a ring stand, we've got rocket barrel, and we've got Hunky Chunky. Okay. No, that's not Hunky Chunky. Oh, whoa, dude. That's DK. DK's in jail. What did he do? Make sure to post in the chat what you think DK did to get in jail. Vines? I mean, that's pretty sick. A bit sick currently, so it's not helping the recovery there. I couldn't imagine it would help. That is, I'm sorry to hear that. Good morning. Good morning, here. The gaming is going well. We just started. I haven't donked in like a month. How are you doing? Just had a math test, jeez. DK is in jail because of speeding. He's the fastest of the crew. That's a very reasonable thing to think of old Donkey Kong. I think maybe it might be grand larceny, perhaps. Not that I know what grand larceny is, because I don't, but whoa, dude, we got potions here, gang. We've got potions, we've got bongos, we've got vines. Just had a math test. How did you do in said math test, Ayer? I still have to do for you in every Nintendo game tier list. I have it still ready whenever you're ready, Ayer. I haven't forgotten. You did well, good job. That is big time. Happy to hear that, Ayer. You had forgotten? Well, whenever it's like not my first day back from a long streak of not streaming, I'll be happy to do that at some point. Maybe we coordinate, because you're in the Discord and stuff. So. But it sounds like you might be in the middle of test season or something, so we'll get there. There's time. We're not in a hurry. No, you wouldn't be in the middle of test season. It just started, I believe. Key 5. What's the possible times? Probably like a Tuesday or a Thursday morning, if that's at all possible. That is my upfront preference. I guess we regrettably go into caves. Jordan Walk 2015. Welcome back. What a blessing it is to see you this fine day. More available on Friday. Fridays. I think I could do a Friday. I could do a Friday. Let me check this Friday before I commit to anything. But I'll reach out on Discord and let you know if that's gonna work. We are so back. We rise. We donk. And remember, guys, rising and donking is not just about Donkey Kong 64. It is about rising and donking through life and doing whatever it takes to get big, right? This is all a metaphor. It always has been a metaphor. Remember this year as you go throughout your tasks. What am I doing in this place? I'm getting Diddy's. I'm checking the beetle. Checking the beetle. I'm getting Diddy's banana medal. I'm scolding Lanky for not grabbing the ledge. What are you doing, you fool? Oh yeah, there's the tech. Oh, getting the fingers warmed up. Alright, what do we got going on here? We'll set it in Discord, yes. How are you rising and donking through life today? I am rising and donk. Rising and donking pretty well, I would say. Yesterday I got back into a routine a little bit, and that hit so well, my god. A rainbow coin. I'm gonna take it. Because I don't know if... I'm in caves here, and like, if there's something in the shop, I don't know if I'll be able to afford it. So I'm rising and donking through life quite well. I've got a teeny presentation later, but a lot of like listening to presentations. So what's been going on in the spooky host life, you might wonder. Well, I just got back from a 5-day work conference in Austin, Texas. It was my namesake, and I've always had a little curiosity about what's going on there. And that was a blast because I adore my company and my coworkers. A year has asked, do y'all prefer to be in a job you hate with a high salary or a job you love with a low salary? So I'm gonna make an assumption here with your question that you can amend if you would like. But I'm going to assume that we can't do a side hustle or something. And I would prefer... I think I would prefer a job that I love with a low salary. Because there's also like, I feel like potentially I could, if I loved it, I would get better at it faster. That was just a pearl, so that's not a huge disaster. Perhaps I would get better at said job faster, and I would obtain a promotion eventually, you know? Obviously, I'd go for a side hustle, but I'm not a big be miserable all the time guy. That's not how I want to live my life. And I feel like if I had a job I hated, even if I was making a lot of money, I wouldn't have capacity for anybody else in my life. So I would come back and I would be exhausted every day, and I'd be like, oh, this sucks. Kind of been wondering lately, not in like a super immediate sense, but like, when is it time to stop the climb up the corporate ladder, you know? Like I've been trying to be pretty ambitious my career thus far, right? And it's been going well in that regard, but at one point, you know, there's going to be increased expectations. Well, when is enough? That's a good question to ask. You don't need to just continually... Is there a goal I'm trying to hit financially? Is there some position of, I don't know, influence that I need or something? I don't know. I've just been thinking about that. I don't have an answer yet, but I'm open to your wisdom. Not an immediate question either. Just don't need to beat myself up about work if it's like not going well, like at any time. And it's going well right now, but I digress. Was that my first time in Texas? Jordan Walk 2015. The answer is yes. I've never been to Texas before this. And now I have been to Texas. So, I'm gonna give you my completely unbiased take on Texas, based 100% on my personal experience and not based in facts at all. Are you ready? Alright. Texas is a very cold place. Texas is a very cold place. It doesn't have a lot of snow, but it's cold. Yes, it's cold. It has a lot of tall buildings, and it's weird. But the food is great. Boy, did I have some good barbecue. Did I have some good barbecue? Especially the brisket. And I know that's like the most basic thing I could say, but it's delicious. Oh, look at that. A key. That's probably key 2. Yes, just some delightful brisket. How am I supposed to... Oh, I don't have guns. How do I get another 10 bananas as Diddy Kong? Huh. I don't know if I can.
Welcome to bonus.
Okay, I gotta catch up. I've been a little distracted. Okay, no, so that's kind of a joke, because obviously I know Texas is warm. Austin, Texas has like the whole thing. It's like keep Austin weird, so that's why I said it was weird. It wasn't that weird. It was a pretty nice city. It felt a little bit safer than New Orleans. I did New Orleans for a work trip the other year. Quite frankly, a little bit safer than Salt Lake too. Salt Lake City. It was a really good experience. Aegir has been playing Celeste a ton. You were doing speedruns for that, right? No, that was my friend. That was my work friend. Were you also doing speedruns for that? Alright, what are we doing now? We've got key 2. We can get this up here. That's pretty neat. No, you're not. Okay. Well, how's your Celeste going? Good morning, someone. Very nice to see you. I hope you're doing well today. TPLEL, in response to my question about when it's time to stop climbing the corporate ladder, says when the ladder narrows too much for your liking. Ah, I see. I think it's a pretty good answer. Narrows too much, yeah. Then you start competing. You start competing with people, and you get maybe that could be rough on some of your relationships, because you're fighting each other tooth and nail to get that spot, and maybe you've got to get dirty. I haven't had to get dirty in my career, I'll be quite frank. I prefer to, you know, lift people up if possible. If possible. It's not always possible, but and B Student Gaming, welcome B Student Gaming, I hope you're doing well today. Says that when your savings are 50 times greater than your annual expense, then you can peace out from the corporate ladder. I want to clarify that one. So, when I'm talking about piecing out from the corporate ladder, I'm just saying, like, when I... Okay, you understand. Oh my god, it's beavers. Did you get the beavers? Yes, okay, good. I saw the... I saw the beavers. Wow, that was a very, like, oh no, not the beavers, not again. I just got saved from the beavers and now they're back. Oh no. My nightmares have returned. What do I do? Thank you for all the beavers, someone. Speaking of beavers, if you're having a good time and feel like leaving a follow, we're still eternally five followers away from watching together in the Discord the hit movie, which apparently is free and not an Amazon Prime movie necessarily. Hundreds of Beavers. So if you guys would like to enjoy that, feel free to leave a follow. Go to Aztec next. Now I've got to catch up. I've still got to catch up. You guys are so chatty. I love it. It's great. I like talking to you guys on... Here's spoiler alert. I like talking to you guys on stream more than talking to myself on stream. It is preferable. It is certainly preferable. But I liked the you know, 50 times your annual living expenses, because that's a very concrete answer, you know? You expect from a question like that something like abstract, and that was so like specific. That's great. What wisdom you've brought forth. Yes, we are streaming on Twitch and YouTube. We are streaming on Twitch and YouTube because OBS, well, it's something I wanted to do. I was gonna set it up at like night sometime. But I just like opened OBS this morning and there's an update and there's just a switch for it. And they say that like it's really good for discoverability. So, you know, finding more haunted homies out there, right? And that Twitch is like a great place to like hang out with a community that already kind of exists. So why not do both, right? So I don't have like chat connected with YouTube, I don't believe. And I haven't like seen, like, let me click over here really quick. Yeah, I haven't seen I guess like I'll try commenting really quick. Yo. And I'll see if it pops up in the regular. Okay, yeah. So the chats are not integrated. And that's my goal, is I don't want to, like, Twitch is the home of the spooky host, and that's not changing anytime soon. But just like having it going at the same time. And then the VODs get exported automatically to YouTube, which is nice. Oh no, come on, come on. Get me there, get me there. Oh, I've goofed. I've been goofed. The VODs automatically go on YouTube, which is something I was like doing manually before, and now I don't have to do that, and it's pretty nice. So maybe we could get you know, get something going on YouTube a little bit. I tried TikTok, but I'm not allowed to stream on TikTok yet. Maybe it's because my most popular video is me from a pool in Salt Lake City. It's just like, whew. I don't do TikTok much, but it's mostly because I don't take the time to like cut clips or anything. That's probably a big part of it. Okay, I gotta keep going. I gotta keep going back. Air has finished 100% of Celeste, and you're playing modded maps. You're going deep. Congratulations on your 100%. How big is the modding scene in Celeste? That sounds like a lot of fun. People love Celeste. I should play it sometime. People adore Celeste. I also briefly dated a girl named Celeste in college. Very nice gal. We watched like all of Stranger Things together. B student game. Jordan Walk 2015 says, were you able to do anything in Texas or strictly business the entire time? Pretty much strictly business. The day I got there, like I had the whole day beforehand to, like, before the conference started, and I was like a little tired from the whole month before, so I got in. Well, the first thing I had to do was investigate a mystery. Yes, there was a mystery. I walked into my hotel room and I found a set of cupcakes and a set of fancy water bottles in my room, and a letter for Fairmont Gold status to someone else. That's, you know, that's a little bit of a mystery, right? And I was like, okay, well, surely they've sent it to the wrong room or something. Like, well, what are they gonna do? Send it back? So after looking at it for a while, I decided maybe I'd try the cupcake. So I poked it. It was red velvet. One of them was red velvet. One had hibiscus frosting. That was like that feels like pretty aggressive, right? Hibiscus frosting? I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe what I saw. So they were very hard. And I was like, okay, that's weird. Maybe it's a style of cupcake that they serve in Austin, Texas. And I was like, okay, well, you know what? I'm a little hungry right now. I'm gonna go for it. And I go and I take a bite, and halfway through my bite, I have not swallowed yet, but halfway through my bite, it occurs to me. This is not a style of cupcake that they serve in Austin, Texas. This is an old cupcake. What's happened here, and this is my current theory, is that what's happened here is that somebody had Fairmont Gold and canceled. I think they canceled their trip to this hotel. And they got delivered this thing because they were in like fancy status. And then they so they didn't show up, but the room wasn't used. So they forgot to remove the cupcake, and they didn't send anybody in. And I think that's what happened. How many bananas do I have? 31. I think that's what happened. I'll get back to Texas. B Student Gaming, you said the actual answer for corporate navigation is when you reach the point where you are financially comfortable and enjoying your job, then stop. Yeah, there you go. Unless you're like, yeah, I guess the other factor in like working at a place is like if you actually, I know a lot of people are just kind of like just doing it for, you know, for their livelihood, but there's definitely a path out there for people who are trying to you know, impact the world positively through their job. I know a lot of companies out there are like evil and greedy and like horrible and stuff, but there are companies out there that are trying to do good. They exist. Okay. And then you said, so we were talking about the your piece of advice there, and you said for our age 50, and then but if you get older, then if you have like a lower ratio, that works. So yes, that was the mystery of the cupcakes. If you happen to get baked by Birdie cupcakes, they would never be stale. They would never be stale, I promise you. That is a spooky host guarantee. Baked by Birdie cupcakes are never stale. You might ask, what are baked by Birdie cupcakes? Well, if you come to Pittsburgh, if you're in Pittsburgh, you can find baked by Birdie cupcakes, and you'll know the truth. You'll find out. All right, let's see if we got anything here. This is the most unfocused DK64ing I've ever done, and that's okay. I'm so behind. Oh, I asked the question of the day, how are your holidays? And someone has said, long. I feel the same way. Feel free to elaborate if you desire, but you do not have to. But, getting back into my routine yesterday, obviously minus Rise and Donk, which today is happening, which is the greatest blessing. Has brought me immeasurable joy. Absolutely immeasurable joy. Okay, Owl's Tiny, give me a second. Here we go. Owl's Tiny, Stacks Pad. Oh my god, beavers! Oh my god! Get out of here! The sack has 1 potion. Galleon Shops, the DK phase. Galleon Shops, the DK phase. Force Center and Beanstalk. Got 1 potion. Our Rocket Barrel boost 2 and final DK phase. That would be Blast. So Rocket Barrel is on the path to Blast, is what that is. Main caves to Owl's Donkey Coconut Cage. They've made a lot of improvements to this UX. Chunky Donkey Castle. Big day for Donkey. Galleon Cavern 7. Anybody know what this music's from? I do. It's a quiz. Owl tree. Owl tree is on the path to 7, 8, and lanky phase. So we've got, for K. Rool, we've got donkey, lanky, and we've got barrels already, so that's probably from bone. Owl shop 6. Over here. Oh my god. Okay, 5-door temple. Cave City jetpack barrel. Mills is foolish. Wow, that's a huge hint. That's like the biggest hint. Castle shops. Kongs. Okay, I think we're pretty much getting there. Okay, pardon me for like a moment. I need to blow my nose, quite frankly. Alright, I've returned. Thank you for waiting. Yes, we are streaming on Twitch and YouTube. Again, to mention that, Twitch will always be the home of spooky No, I can't say always. Like, I have absolutely no plans to move the stream, but to put myself in such a corner would be foolish. I have to keep my integrity. Can't be making big promises like that. TikTok has 5 days left in the States anyways. Yeah, maybe. It's a good, maybe good. I haven't been utilizing too much then. We need to get Donkey Kong. So let's go level 3. What do we got? What are your opinions on the Mario RPGs? Paper Mario, Mario and Luigi. So my stance on Paper Mario has not changed, right? The Paper Mario series, and we'll get to Mario and Luigi. The Paper Mario series is effectively 2 different franchises. There's the Paper Mario series. That's Paper Mario and Thousand Year Door. And then there's a spin-off called Super Paper Mario. And then there's another series called Mario Arts and Crafts. And those are 2 different things. Those are 2 very different things. They're both valid. They're both valid series. The Paper Mario series is filled with masterpieces. Every single one. Mario Arts and Crafts has a couple stinkers, but they're getting better. That's my opinion there. As far as the Mario RPGs, oddly enough, like Mario and Luigi specifically, I find them boring. I don't know why. I can't keep it going. Like, oddly enough, it also feels pretty generic. And I can't... Oh, it's Balloon. I can't put my finger on it, but I've played like Bowser's Inside Story for a little bit. I played a little bit of Superstar Saga, and I'm just not having an incredible time. I just get bored and I quit. And I couldn't even describe why. Happy to hear your opinions on the Mario RPGs. Jordan Walk 2015, in response to talking about the cupcakes from earlier, has stated that they're actually baked by Birdie cupcakes, but they got stale during shipping. It's actually not possible. Baked by Birdie cupcakes do not get stale ever. That's what happens. It's infinitely... It's like the healthy version of the McDonald's burger that gets left in the closet for 100 years and looks the same. Student Gaming, going back to talking about when to stop climbing the corporate ladder, has stated that if you're enjoying your job but not yet financially comfortable, consider moving up. If you're financially comfortable but not enjoying yourself, move ASAP. There are definitely a lot more things a lot more important in this life than money. I've never been rich, but I've never been truly struggling. So my perspective on that might be like, that might come from a place of ignorance, right? I understand that. Because there, to some degree, like, the philosophy that's like, with money comes like more freedom, and to some people it means power. I couldn't care less about power. But at least like not being super beholden to, you know, lenders or organizations or whatever, or like, I don't know, the government or whatever. I could understand that. So to a certain degree, like, yeah. So, yeah, I'm just in a state where I'm starting to see people like a couple rungs up the ladder, like not having a lot of forgiveness, or not having as many chances like as I have at this level. And I'm like, okay, well, how much am I going to have to push myself to meet the obligations of this next level, or these next levels, for example? You know, is it gonna mean like a ton of extra hours? Like, is it worth it? Yeah, maybe I just chill for a bit. I think that's kind of where I'm at. I think I'm not going to push super hard for it. I think one of the things I'm trying to do this year is slow it down a little bit and be present, that kind of thing. Be a little bit more available for people. I think that would be good. Oh, Greens did the beavers. Thank you so much. I missed that. I appreciate that deeply. Why is Twitch is bugging me like every 5 seconds now to get turbo? Like, I'm subscribed to myself. Obviously. I don't need you to give me a turbo recommendation. We are getting like all the DK moves except the one that we need. Woo! Okay, we got so Rocket Barrel leads to Blast, and Galleon shops are on the path to DKK rules. So I have like no reason to use Rocket Barrel here. I don't think it'll get us anything. Yeah, so I gave my opinion on Paper Mario RPG there, but if you guys want to mention it, feel free to. Wow, Diddy with all the potions and shops. Oh, is this Sprint? Big, I'm out of here. I'm gonna get DK. But Ayer needs to play Nintendo games other than DK64. What games should he play? Only played... What do you mean you've played Nintendo games other than DK64, right? Ayer? Like, you haven't been asking all of these questions over the past year without having played any Nintendo games, right? It's not that it wouldn't be bad if you hadn't. I would just be incredibly surprised. Wow. I'd have to assume you consume a fair amount of like Nintendo related content on the internet, because you also you do have opinions about things. That makes a lot of sense. I enjoy that stuff quite a bit too. What should you play? So you have an N64 emulator. Here's what I'll say. Super Mario 64 feels pretty clunky until you like really master it. So I don't think it's like fun unless you're like a Super Mario 64 person, or like it's a new idea on the market like it was back in the day. Well, I legally suggest that you not pirate any Nintendo games. That would be bad. It is a classic. It's a classic, but it feels a lot clunkier than... Can I go to the top? Oh, I could do... No, I don't need to do this, though. Right? Do I want the banana medal? I've got 0 bananas. No. I think... Okay, I'm gonna hit the... Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to the rocket barrel. I'm just gonna go to the top really quick because I've got speed. Wow, why am I so hungry? Maybe it's just because it's bulking season and my body knows if I want to get big, I gotta do whatever it takes. It's very, very hungry right now. It is, yeah. So Super Mario 64 is the foundation for every, you know, for every Mario 3D title, and like most like 3D movement games. That is pretty big. It's a vital piece of history. Thought about playing every mainline Mario game to start to release. That could be a lot of fun to experience it like that. Doing a lot of chronological stuff makes you love it. It seems to me that you like big. What am I doing? The idea of doing all of something and kind of like taking it pretty far would bring you joy. But it depends on your preferences. Well, how do you feel about Zelda? Because I think the one thing I might suggest is like, can you maybe do all the Zeldas in order? People love Zeldas, and to see that progress could feel very rewarding. For example, maybe, perhaps. Wow. Can't believe we're on YouTube. Oh, we got the gang on YouTube. To be clear, you for all the haunted homies out here that, you know, are regulars and stuff. You can watch from wherever you want. I do prefer, if you asked for my opinion, I would ask to have you on Twitch, because I am not looking at the YouTube chat. That's, as of right now, that's not an option on the table. I guess I could, but Twitch is the home of the spooky hosts. But for everybody watching on YouTube, thank you. And you're welcome here as well, but I'm not paying attention to the chat currently. Maybe I will at some point. I'm just not there. How's Donkey Coconut Gate for diving? Diving way the horde. Castle shops. Donkey Castle for Chunky. Do we have any more information there? Galleon Donkey Medal. We've got Aztec Cranky Lanky. That's Coconut. Main Aisle Lanky. Is that barrels? No. Ah! Ah! Can't add the hint. There we go. That's a little bit better. Where's Lanky Phase? There we go. Donkey Lanky Isles. Thank you so much. Why Zelda instead of Mario? I think I just like it more. I think I just gave you my preference, and I think that's it. I also, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Like I like 3D Marios. I'm not big on 2D platformers. I just feel like there's a lot more thought put into each like iteration of Zelda. Like you can see like not just you can see like how the philosophy of the puzzles like evolves, for example. Like how it went from like extremely tight puzzle solutions to like these open, kind of wide open, like expansive sorry, I'm thinking about that. Like a more wide open concept. And it's more like, here's some tools, see if you can figure out a way to make it happen. In Mario, it's definitely like level design, but it's like, some degree, since the advent of Mario Maker, it feels like, I don't know, 2D Mario feels like it's just all been explored. And they did a good job with Wonder, apparently, but maybe I'm just not a big 2D Mario guy. Maybe it's my B. So we're going back here to try and get Chunky. I don't really have any hints for this, but there are definitely some options. You like platformers more? You 300. Oh, that is a good point. You were just saying you liked Celeste. Then I think you're in good shape. You might also enjoy. Actually, why don't you play Donkey Kong? Why don't you play all the Donkey Kongs? I mean, you can play Mario. I'm not gonna stop you. But consider this. Donkey Kong is like always a platformer. This is the fact that it's a collectathon here is like that's the odd one out. And you've already begun your Donkey Kong journey, right? You're already halfway there. No, you're not halfway there. There are a lot of Donkey Kong games, but I've never played any other Donkey Kong game, so I couldn't inform you on what's good and what's less good. Not with any amount of confidence. I was considering playing Tropical Freeze. That sounds like a good game, but got too many other games that I would already like to play. Oh, I've done goofed. What have I done? What a disaster. Oh. It's okay. But, I'll tell you what, it is pretty neat that, and we'll have to take a look at settings and stuff, but one of my goals for earlier this year was going to be to set up YouTube and Twitch multi-streaming, and here we are. One thing I need to do next is set up Discord roles, because I'm sure I've been pestering everybody with all of the Pokemon Draft League pings on Discord. So I want people to only be notified on stuff that's like important to them, and if the Pokemon stuff's not for them, then that's okay. But we're doing a lot of it. I'm in the middle of a draft as we speak, like right now, for the Draft League like World Championships circuit. So there's like a bunch of draft leagues over the course of the year, and if you get enough points, you get to compete in like the Draft League World Cup, or like the World Championships or something. Should you play Mario Lost? You should absolutely play the Lost levels. That's like Mario 2 or something, right? I don't know. I think I had a Mario Lost level shirt when I was a kid, perhaps. Jeez. Coconut? Feels really hard, but in a bad way. It's like a Kaizo. Jordan says, already completing resolutions, what a blessing. Hey, if you want to get big, you gotta do whatever it takes. I'm trying to, yeah. I mean, that's like the big thing I'm trying to do right now is get big. I think above all my other goals, I'm trying to get big right now. I floundered for too many years. I'm committing to size and strength. So you're gonna get the chonky host within a couple of months here. And if you need me to pick up anything heavy for you, it'll be a channel points reward. That's not true. That's a lie. But, what a good gag, right? Alright, to the library. Hopefully this has what we desire. Donkey Kong. If not, we're running pretty low on options. Really hard, but yeah, I have not played a lot of 2D Marios. I played a little bit of Super Mario Brothers Wii, I believe. And that was whatever. I love 3D Marios, though. That's an absolute blast. Man, I wonder if I can take a look at YouTube chat at the same time. Because I've got it on another monitor. I could do such a thing, maybe. I can see what looks like whoever this burrowing Snagrit character is. Jordan Walk and HJ82. Wow, I know Jordan Walk 2015, but I've never heard of Jordan Walk. Must be totally unrelated. It's the only possible outcome. But I'm in the middle of an Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire draft right now as we speak. You know, I need to check the boss is what I need to do here. That could be it. Or it could be in the tree. That would suck. It says Galleon Shops on the way to DKK roll, but it doesn't say to Kong's. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't think I need to do that. But yeah, I'm in the middle of an Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire draft right now. And all my picks are getting sniped. It's terrible. I'm gonna have to really make it happen during... I think my goal is to make it out of the pools at the beginning and into the actual bracket. So I need to beat 2 of my first 3 opponents. But we're gonna do some serious prep. And then Friday, I've got another draft with the first league that I did, but round 2 was the one I lost in the playoffs. And then there's a third league. The league that I won last time is doing an Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon one in February. So we're just piling it on, gang. We're gonna be playing so much draft. And I'm glad, because I think draft is fun and neat. Alright, we're gonna go to Galleon. I need to get Blast before... So I'm pretty confused, honestly, on the Donkey Castle Chunky hint, because... Galleon Shops... Okay, so it means Galleon Shops is not actually Blast. It's something on the path to Blast. Oh, I might have to dump blueprints. Oh, this... I can't even do that. I might have to just, like... Oh, well, jeez. Did I get anything in Isle Shops yet? I don't think so. Did I even go back here? I don't even know if I went to the shops. What a fool I am. I only got 13 bananas. I've been playing for 46 minutes and I have 13 bananas. What am I doing? Does anybody have any idea of what I'm doing? I certainly don't. Lanky's rich. What is new? The sky is blue. The grass is green. Alright, we got Galleon coming up. What can we do around Isles? We could play the bongos, perhaps. We could go to Aztec with Donkey Kong and do some stuff. That's 2. That's 3. We need 17. We'd have 15 if we dumped all of our stuff. Oi, oi, oi. What do you do, you know? What do you do? Sorry, give me a moment. Alright, so we're going to collect some golden bananas. And how will we do such a thing? I think we head back to... So we've got a lot of DK moves. Let's head back to caves with old Donkey Kong. And we'll make it happen really quick. It's not optimal play, but I'm still warming back up, gang. It has been a while. Yeah, we got might be a little bit of Pokemon Draft League overload, but I'm not worried about it because I have such a ding-dang fun time playing it. Just the preparation each week and like building a team and like for like a very specific purpose feels very fun and very satisfying. I'm quite fond of it. But we're really putting ourselves to the test in the big league. Hey, okay, there's another banana. We're getting there. Oh, I almost goofed myself. What a disaster. I gotta be careful because what my brain tends to do when I play Draft League is fixate like for days at a time on the matchup and just like scheme and scheme and scheme like while I'm doing other things. And if I'm trying to live in the moment a little bit more, well, that's gonna maybe counteract that a little bit. So I've gotta exhibit some wisdom. Gotta exhibit a little bit of wisdom. And maybe dedicate some like specific Draft League preparation time. I think that might be good. I think would be good. It'll be an absolute blast of a year. An absolute blast. Also, feel free to answer the question of the day. How were your holidays? And I also wanted to wish all of you a happy Feast of the Ass Day. Apparently a big, was it a Jewish holiday? I'm not sure, but a big deal nonetheless. Feast, what was that? Happy National. Right, where did it go? I've lost the post. Happy Feast of the Ass Day, everybody. Yes, very important. So if you all get to celebrate such a thing, here at spookyos.com, we are celebrating something every day. Last year I spent a lot of time working on the stream, but I need to like spend some time thinking about like what really needs some like dedicated quality, because we did work on a lot of the stream quality from the beginning of last year to this year is quite a bit better. I think so. Maybe I'm ignorant. Rainbow coin. No, thank you. Maybe I'm a little ignorant, but it does feel better. It was exciting to see the progress, though. I mean, we got Jerry Bear out here streaming on Twitch the other day. What an absolute blessing. He was streaming some Soulforge Fusion. I've never been into card games that much. I played a little bit of Yu-Gi-Oh! With some buddies. And I played, I've been playing Pokemon trading card game with my wife a bit. That app, by the way, if you guys haven't played the Pokemon trading card game app that came out, like late last year, that's quite a bit of fun, and they give you a lot of freebies. Like, not really pay to win. Or pay to play or anything. It's just kind of, a little dopamine hit every day. So I prefer that over TikTok personally, but each his own, perhaps. Alright. We have 16. We do have to dump a blueprint, which is truly a tragedy. A tragedy indeed, but we're gonna be okay, I promise, gang. Where's my phone? Oh, it's in my pocket. Oh, there it is, the notification. Watch live now. Spookyos DK64 Randomizer. I'm just glad. Oh, big stretch. Oh. Chest's a little bit sore from yesterday. What a blessing. I also think I've been missing the comforts of a gym in the world with real people. And I got a little stipend from work, so I think I'm gonna head back to LA Fitness like I did a couple years ago and get that going. Just to supplement. I like my home gym, but I think like once a week, twice a week, it'll be really nice to just like be at the gym where that's the environment and there's like not any distractions and it's just like a bunch of people like, you know, pumping it out, and having all the side equipment is pretty cool. So I'm looking forward to that quite a bit, actually. But I'm also, not only am I looking forward, but I'm looking at right now. Yeah, that's right. How present is that? It's so present. Looking at right now. Trying to be very diligent in expressing a lot of gratitude. I think gratitude does beget gratitude and can lead to increased happiness as well. I think it's generally a good thing to be grateful. I think it's important. I'm gonna try to do that. I think I'm pretty good at it. But there's a long way to go. It's so easy to, even if somebody is like diligent I wouldn't even say I'm diligent at it, but even if someone were to be diligent about being grateful, I feel like it's so easy to slip because circumstances happen and our bodies just react in ways, and suddenly we're just like so upset about a situation and so grumpy, and you gotta center yourself or something. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out. I feel like that'll be helpful. Maybe to the world. Or just a small portion of the world, who knows. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to cut it pretty tight at 9 today. Like I said, I've got a presentation today. It's not gonna be at 9:30, but it's like a long, like 9:30 Eastern, by the way, Eastern time. A long meeting. It's like technically like 9:30 to 1. It's this thing we do. Ah, jeez, who am I? OG Albino? Yawning into the microphone. I sincerely apologize for that yawn. I need dang dang peanuts to get over there, right? But every quarter, every team kind of gets out there and they're like, hey, this is what we're planning on doing. This is what we did last quarter. Here's kind of the plan. What do you know, stakeholders, what do you think? That kind of thing, so. We've got a kind of short presentation just because team structures like changed like a bunch recently. So I think I might only be with this team for like a quarter total, which is going to be odd, but we're gonna make it happen in that time. We're gonna make it absolutely happen. Oh yeah, just a little presentation today. I don't mind the people-y part of engineering. A lot of engineers are like, oh my god, why are we doing this? This is silly and stupid and nonsensical and not fun, but I'm fond of it. Every now and then. And with all the equipment with streaming, it makes presentations on video calls like look a little more polished, which is nice. So that adds a little bit of comfortability. Alright, let's go kill Kevin, by the way. Skirt! I'm not falling for your tricks anymore, Kevin. I've grown wiser since we last met. Caves colored bananas. Delicious. DK Isles cranky shared. That's way the horde. I already got that. Alsdirt banana horde. I already got that. That was diving. Aztec colored bananas is on the path to key 4. Okay. That's pretty cool. Diddy Rocket Barrel is on the path to... I might be getting blast here, perhaps. So we'll have to get on this ship and see if that's the case. If we're lucky. If we're lucky. Okay, this works. We just... Alright, come on, baby. Ah, it's a banana. We'll take it, though. Ayer says, speaking of Kevin, you've been obsessed with Home Alone 1 and 2 a ton lately. The old Kevin McAllister saga, right? I haven't watched those in quite a few years. Is that what you enjoyed during the season, the Christmas season this year? Little Kevin McAllister. What a blast. There's something satisfying to just seeing the setup and the payoff. Like it is all setup and payoff. That's like what it is. Is two good? Or is it like too sequely? I don't know. That's not a leading question. I just haven't... I think I saw it in... I think I actually watched it in school. Oh, come on. You gotta... I really thought I had homing ammo, by the way. You know how you got into Jumanji? You were telling me about that. I don't remember the specific method by which you got into Jumanji. I don't recall that, unfortunately. It's been a little bit. It's been a crazy month. An absolutely crazy month, so my brain has been emptied a little bit, quite frankly. But I do remember you telling me that. Your English teacher showed you. Okay, the old Robin Williams one. Okay, so have you also watched Home Alone because of your English teacher? Because I'm pretty sure that's oh no, okay, so this is a separate thought. Understood. It's a separate thought. Oh, come on, baby. Nope. Oh, maybe I should do that crouch thing off of there instead. You watch the other two Jumanji movies with your family a lot later. Understood. Okay. Very cool. I feel like Wait, Galleon Donkey Medal. I've goofed. I need to go back there. Right? Can I get the Galleon Donkey Medal? I missed what? A balloon? Do I need peanuts? Galleon Donkey Medal. Peanuts and diving. Or diving and blast. Or coconut and slam. Okay, I think I can get this. I can get this medal. You watch the other the other two Jumanji movies. So the new Jumanji movies, you're talking about like The Rock and stuff, right? That's pretty foreign to me, but I've seen the Robin Williams one a couple times. That is a timeless classic right there. Are there any DK bananas back here? Yes, there is. Okay, that is how we get the medal. Okay, we're pretty close. We just need to go back into the lighthouse, because we are getting something important based off of that. Maybe that is tiny. Is that tiny, maybe? Let's go for that. So stream schedule for this week. I'm going to try to do Thursday and Friday as well. I can't do tomorrow. I've got my small group, my Christian small group, and then I need to go visit my grandmother in the hospital. So that will mean I will not be here tomorrow, but I will be back at it. Just not tomorrow. So hopefully Thursday, Friday. Don't know exactly what I'm gonna do. I kind of started Monkey Ball too. There's Tiny, okay. And Tiny has no moves, so that didn't get me a whole lot. Maybe I need to figure out what this Galleon Shops thing is. Or maybe I just like... Actually, I don't even have key 4. Aztec color. Let's go back to Aztec and get colored bananas. Perhaps with tiny. So yeah, galleon, tiny metal, way of the horde. That makes a lot of sense. What was I just talking about? I've forgotten. Don't eye a bag on my face. Wow, I'm like pretty thrilled that they just like introduced multi-streaming. That's just like something I wanted to get done, and it just like happened. One time you watched all 3, a year says. One time you watched all 3 Jumanji movies back to back. How was that experience? Oh no. Do you feel like a Jumanji expert now? Do you feel like it enriched your life? Did it make you like Jumanji more or less? Pretty good. So big Jumanji. Even after all that, that's impressive. That speaks to the quality of Jumanji then, I suppose. It just might. Maybe. Because I know the first one was an absolute delight, but again, it's this newfangled stuff that I struggle with sometimes. We need to get in the tiny temple? Can we even do such a thing? Not with coconut. I still only have 1 gun. I will take this though. Oh, it's got like Kevin Hart too, right? And Jack Black? Opinions on Jumanji movies? So, I'm personally not big on the, you know, I have not watched the new Jumanji movies. So let me make that very clear. So I am not speaking from a place of knowledge here. I'm speaking from a place of ignorance. But what I will say is there's a feeling about the new Jumanjis that I have, where it's like, okay, you've taken an old IP, so you've nostalgia baited a little bit. You've slapped Jack Black and The Rock and Kevin Hart in it. Okay, so we've grabbed the generic people that are in every movie that are very popular. And it's like, okay, man, you know, big suited old executive guys are like, this is gonna be big, guys. We've got all the formula we need to chemically create the movie that people will go to. And Karen Gillan, I don't know who that is. Is that a Karen Gillan? Karen Gillan. I only know what actors do I know? I know who's that one from Freaky Friday? Who's the old lady from Freaky Friday? Jamie Lee Curtis. I know who Jamie Lee Curtis is. I know who The Rock is. Not much more than that, though. It's a kind of a gag, but like not really. I think the least interesting... I will Google Karen Gillan and increase my knowledge of the world. I just think of all... And look, this probably bleeds into something else, which is like, of all the topics in the world, of all the things that people are fascinated with, I think that celebrities are perhaps the least interesting thing on the planet. Maybe. They're just people, like they're interesting in as much as any human being is interesting, right? Which is interesting typically, because we're all like, you know, these bodies like going around doing stuff. I believe made in the image of God, and that's valuable in itself. She from DR. Doctor who? Wait, is it? Oh, no, you're right. No, I do know that actor. That's, Matt Smith era, right? Yes, that's the Matt Smith. female, Rory and Amy? Amy and Rory. It's Amy from Doctor Who. Thank you so much. Wow, that's good for my brain. I just think celebrities are super... I just think they're people that have jobs that are so influential that it causes them to become disconnected from the reality of most people's lives. I don't think being a celebrity is like the only like path that happens in, but I think it happens to a lot of people that do that. I mean, it's not always their fault, you know? They're trying to... A lot of them were just like acting growing up, and that's like, you know, you don't have like a ton of options on that when you're younger, and you're like, oh my god, I'm doing a cool thing, or whatever, I don't know. Okay, so there's key 4. That's what I was pretty much hoping for. I don't know, but like celebrity gossip and stuff too is like, man, just, well, one, just like leave them alone. I know some of them want the attention like big time too, but two, it's just like, why do we care for 1995 to see? Oh, I love, yeah, and you know, they make great art too, right? There's movies are a wonderful art form, and they're both artists and actors, right? I got the movie doesn't just come down to them, but you know what I mean. And then for 19, yeah, the CGI, I'm quite fond of old Jumanji. I think it's very neat. That's what I grew up watching. It's just like again, there's just something about how they assembled. Like, there's something so corporate boardroom about the new Jumanji movies. And maybe they're great. And maybe they've got a lot of soul in them. And I wouldn't try and argue they don't, because I've never seen them. But when I see it, it's like a couple steps away from the idea of, like, Mufasa, you know? Like, and I haven't seen Mufasa either. Maybe Mufasa's a great movie. But it's like, again, it just... I just get this picture in my head of these, like, super old guys in suits in this, like, corporate boardroom. They're like, what are the kids like nowadays? I think, according to this study, they really like CGI. They like live action. Like, oh, that feels like a new idea. What property can we milk for every... What nostalgia can we milk for everything it's worth? And it's like, oh, The Lion King? Ah, no, we already did that. What if we kept doing it? It made a bunch of money. We'll get Beyonce to do a song. Oh my god. Incredible. That's why we pay you the big bucks, George. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just kind of what it feels like. That feels a little... Like, I get it. I understand your goal in the company, especially in a company like Disney, is you're beholden to your stakeholders who are investing a lot of money in your company, right? And that brings you success, and it can bring them success too, but it feels like companies are too beholden to their stakeholders on a short-term basis. Maybe I'm just some ignorant guy playing Donkey Kong 64 right now. You know, maybe I'm just some ignorant guy here playing DK64, but it feels like maybe it would be more wise to consider a long-term strategy and not... Maybe you should be more interested, instead of short-term profits, in the long-term satisfaction and brand loyalty of, you know, the people that have enjoyed your movies for years and years. Instead of, whatever they're doing. Maybe. But again, I haven't seen it. I haven't actually watched a lot of the Disney live action stuff. I watched, I quote, from a year, Hollywood needs to focus on original content instead of reboots. It's like that's certainly like a part of it. Yeah, that's like a part of it. Like I didn't mind Maleficent as much originally, like the live action Maleficent that came out initially. I thought it was a neat take and like a neat perspective. And it's been a while now, so I couldn't even give a take on it, really. But I thought it was, I feel like they were trying to express something. I think it was done well. And I guess they just took it too far, and that's like all that's coming out. And I'm sure it's compounded by the online independent critique community, and I'm sure a lot of them don't know anything about movies like me, and maybe that's like compounded the opinion a bit. Maybe it's like maybe people think these live action remakes are worse than they are because people are saying that they're bad. But I didn't like Beauty and the Beast that much. And like it was, maybe if I hadn't heard reviews about it, maybe that would be different. But the biggest question is, like, why? Why do these movies exist? And it appears that the reason is to acquire currency. And maybe that's fine. But it's just like a feeling of a lack of like soul in some of these. Like, I don't know. Maybe I need to watch some more movies to have a strong opinion about it, because I feel like maybe I'm stepping out of bounds, but you know what I mean. I'm not the only person that's had that sentiment. KH Zard says it helps keep these properties out of public domain as well. Yeah, by just kind of refreshing them every now and then. Well, hey, we got welcome, by the way. But hey, we've got Mickey Mouse in the public domain now. That's pretty neat. And Popeye, I think. I think Popeye's out now. So we'll see what people do with that. I meant to go at some point and watch the Winnie the Pooh horror movie, but that also wasn't looking too good. My favorite movie. So I've been trying to get more educated on movies, but I don't think I have good opinions. I think I have good opinions on games because that's something I've done for a long time. I've been playing games since I was in like diapers. But I don't think I have great opinions on movies, so I'm gonna preface with that. My favorite movie. I will answer my favorite movie real quick. So I'm gonna classify my favorite as something that I could watch over and over and like consistently have a great time. Like what do I actually watch multiple times because I enjoy it so much? And the answer is an old Adam Sandler movie called Mr. Deeds, which is about just like a humble guy from like a country community out in the middle of like nowhere, who suddenly like finds out that he is like the inheritor of like a multi-billion-dollar corporation and like wealth, and he's just like transplanted into like this like fancy New York community when he's this like down-to-earth guy. And I just think the comedy writers were just like on fire for the whole movie. Like I've never cried laughing watching a movie so many times. It is, I think it's just hilarious. It's like they just like don't, you know how like it feels like in a lot of new movies, like they're like, oh, humor sells well. We need to incorporate jokes into this like Marvel movie to get, you know, to get a couple sillies in there. But like, it's kind of like cut at like inappropriate times. Like they're like, okay, well, you know, humor comes from irony, and it would be ironic to say something silly in a serious situation. So it's like kind of cut through. like Mr. Deeds goes from like it goes from like personal tender moment to like silly gag, but they're separated, so it's like everything's at the right time, and that makes you go from like heartfelt to like laughing, and you just kind of get a lot of good feelings in your brain. Would I describe it as a good movie? Probably not. Probably not at all. But I enjoy it a lot. My favorite game. I think my favorite game is... I go back and forth on this. But I think it is... Honestly... And again, favorite is not the same as thinking it's the best. Let's make that very clear. There's like objective standards, and there's like measuring an art form, and I believe you can to some degree. I think there are some objective standards in art. But my favorite game is not what I think is the best game, for example. And I think I would say my favorite game... Oh wait, no, I go this way. I know what I'm doing. I would say that it is... I think it's Hyrule Warriors Ultimate Edition or whatever. Because there's no other game I've gone to over and over again, and I just keep going back to it, and I have so much fun. And it's just like, for me, it's the constant cycle, the quick feedback cycle of like getting stuff crossed off a list and getting a reward for it. That just feels like so good. And it's something I can pick up quick and like do a thing and like listen to some like banging electric guitars and then just like call it. And that's like, and I get some tasks done, and my brain rewards me with dopamine, and that's like, that's just a lot of fun. So that's my answer. I think my favorite game is Hyrule Warriors like complete edition or whatever. I'm pretty close to 100%ing it. I just haven't picked it up in a couple of years. I've been in such a Pokemon frenzy for so long. Hey, you're also welcome to answer those questions as well. Your favorite game and your favorite movie. And anybody else, of course. Of course. Oh, it's 8:57, gang. Let me finish the factory run really quick and then we'll call it. I think I need to budget more time. We made some good progress today. We caught up. We multi-streamed. We're gonna see how that looks on YouTube after this. For everybody on YouTube, thank you for joining. For everybody on Twitch as well, thank you for continuing to join. Or if you're new, you're welcome. Welcome to be here all the time. If you have had or are having a good time, yeah, a little bit of a short stream. I went to bed a little bit later than I wanted, and today's not a day that I can let it leak into work time at all. Like, I'm not like super strict about, 9 to 5 at work, but I just have a meeting coming up. Normally, for me, it's about your output, not the amount of time you spend on something, right? It's about your effect on the world, not your intent, or not about your time spent on something as a measure of direct value. Yeah, sure. Well, we gotta find a time to do the tier list, the Nintendo game tier list. We'll schedule it specifically. Alright, that's it for Factory. Thank you all for joining again. Feel free to follow if you had a good time. Peace at 150 followers. Sorry, big stretch. We're going to have a viewing of hundreds of beavers on Discord for free. We're gonna have a movie night together. We'll be back Thursday with something that's not DK64 Randomizer, and then we'll do DK64 Randomizer on Friday. So thank you everybody so much for watching. I'm your spooky host, and I hope you have the most wonderful of days. A year, TPLAL, KH Thank you so much for hanging out. Hope you had a great day. Hope you have a great day. The future's now. 3, 2. Oh wait, we should raid somebody. We haven't raided somebody in so long. I almost forgot. That's what we do here. You gotta support the community, you know? We love raiding people. What about following? Who's on? Oh, we got Pixel Shake, Night Cyper. I don't know what he's playing. Ooh, a Scooby-Doo gang. Let's go raid Pixel Shake. Oh wait, what about the same category? Anybody playing Donkey Kong? Oh, somebody's on the road to 50 followers. Let's go get them. All right. So feel free to drop that the haunted homies are here in the chat, and we will see you soon. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you, everybody. What an absolute blast this morning. See ya.